Imagine a river hotter than lava, flowing with pure liquid wealth. This isn't a volcano, it's the heart of the world's biggest copper factory. This is one of the largest man-made holes on Earth. Down there, mountains are being moved to find the hidden copper. To move millions of tons of rock, you need giants. These trucks are 2 stories tall and can carry 400 tons in a single trip. This doesn't look like copper yet. These green and blue colors are copper minerals like malachite and azurite. This is the raw ore. Once the ore is collected, it's brought here. These rocks are too big to process, so we have to break them down into something manageable. Has given up its treasure. Now it's time for the heavy machinery to take over. Let's head to the primary crusher. We've brought the ore from the mine, but now we have a problem. These boulders are too big to handle. This machine, the primary crusher, have been reduced to rubble in seconds. But to get to the 99% purity we need, we have to go even smaller. This is the secondary crushing stage. We are taking that gravel and turning it into fine stones, preparing it for the massive grinding mills. The rocks are broken. Now it's time to turn them into powder. Let's go to the ball mill. It's the sound of thousands of steel balls crashing together. We're at the ball mill, where rocks are finally turned into dust. We don't just grind it dry. We add water to create a thick slurry. This makes the grinding more efficient and helps us move the ore like a liquid. These are the secret weapons. Every day, we have to add hundreds of new steel balls because they literally wear away as they crush the stone. How do we know it's fine enough? These hydrocyclones use centrifugal force to separate the fine powder from the heavy sand. Now the rock is a fine silt. It's finally ready for the magic of chemistry. We're gonna make copper float. Now the magic happens. We're gonna use bubbles to separate the copper from the worthless rock. It's called froth flotation. Look at this. The copper is actually floating. This foam is 30% pure copper, while the waste matty stays at the bottom. And this is what we call tailings. It's just useless rock and sand that didn't stick to the bubbles. It's headed to the waste dam. From 0.5% copper in the rock to nearly 30% in this powder. We've concentrated the wealth, but we still have a long way to go to reach 99%. Things are about to get hot. We're at the smelter, where we use 1200-degree heat to melt the rock and extract the liquid copper. When they tap the furnace, the liquid copper flows out like a river of fire. This is where we separate the wealth from the waste. The copper is still only 60% pure. We need to blow oxygen into this molten bath to burn off the remaining iron and sulfur. This is blister copper. It's now 98% pure. The bubbles you see are trapped gases escaping as it cools. We've melted it, but it's still liquid. Now we need to shape it into these massive plates called anodes. Each one of these anodes weighs about 350 kilograms. They are 99% pure, but look at the surface. These copper plates are now ready for their final transformation. They are headed to the tank house, a place so big it has its own weather system.
A shot of the starter sheets, thin, pure copper foils that will act as the catchers for the copper ions. They are
This is where we use the power of electricity and chemistry to achieve 99.9. Thousands of amps are flowing through these tanks right now. If even one plate touches another, it creates a short circuit that can ruin the entire batch. After 10 to 14 days, the transformation is complete. What was once a rough slab of rock and fire is now a 99.9. After weeks of processing, we are harvesting the final product. These cathodes are 99.99% pure. Every single batch is sampled. If even a few atoms of iron or sulfur are found, the whole stack is rejected. This copper, born from raw rock and refined by fire and electricity, is now ready to power the world. Without this factory, our modern world would stop. No phones, no electric cars, no green energy. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey. Don't forget to subscribe for more inside looks at how the world is made.